You ever have that feeling? That constant nagging sense that no matter what you do, no matter what you get, something's just missing. Well, today we're going to go on a deep dive, a real linguistic journey into one single powerful word from some ancient texts that might just hold the key.
So what is it? What's really driving that feeling of always running but never quite getting there? Is it our jobs? Is it social media? Or maybe, is it something way deeper, something more fundamental about how we're wired? That's the big question we're tackling today.
So here's the plan. First, we're going to pinpoint the concept right at the heart of the problem. Then we'll look at two totally different ways to understand it. There's the common translation, craving, and then there's a much older, more visceral one, thirst. We'll see why that difference is absolutely huge, we'll turn it into a simple visual, and then we'll unpack why this ancient idea of thirst is so critical for our lives, right here, right now.
Okay, first stop, we're going to rewind the clock about 2,500 years, back to the language of the earliest Buddhist scriptures. It's called Pali, and we're going to find a concept that honestly feels like it was written for us today.
So in these texts, this general feeling of life being kind of unsatisfactory, a bit stressful, they call it dukkha. And right at the very core of why dukkha even happens, there's this one word, Taṇhā. It's the engine in the machine of our dissatisfaction. It's what turns a simple feeling into this whole cycle of clinging and stress.
So what does Taṇhā actually mean? Well, if you crack open a modern dictionary or a standard translation, you are almost always going to find one specific word. Let's start there.
Craving. It's a clean, psychological term we all get, right? It's an active want. I see that new phone, I crave it. I want that promotion, I crave it. It's this feeling of reaching for something outside of yourself, something you don't have. It's pretty straightforward.
And the texts, they actually break this down even further. You've got the craving for sense pleasures, good food, good music, that kind of thing. Then there's the craving to be something, to exist, to make your mark. And then, just as powerful, is the craving to not exist, to just make a painful feeling go away, or even yourself. So this definition, it seems to cover a lot of ground, but does it really capture the whole picture?
All right, now we're going deeper. We're going to put on our linguistic detective hats for a minute and go right back to this source to see what this word felt like to the people who first used it.
See, what if a clean modern word like craving just misses the raw elemental power of the original idea? To really get it, we have to look at the word's roots and, the other words it hangs out with in the text.
The literal root of Taṇhā is thirst. And that one little word changes absolutely everything. Think about it. Thirst isn't just an action of wanting something. It's a condition, a fundamental state of being. It's this feeling of inner dryness, a deep lack that's there before you even know what you're looking for to quench it.
And hey, this isn't just a guess. The texts themselves leave us clues. They often put Taṇhā right next to words like pipasa, which also means thirst, and parilaha, which means like a burning, feverish heat. This points to something super physical, a visceral sensation, this parched, burning feeling inside that just drives you. It's not a polite, oh, I'd like that. It's a desperate, I need relief now.
Okay, so we've got two words on the table, craving and thirst. And this might seem like a tiny little detail, but trust me, the shift in what it means for us is massive. Let's break it down.
This right here is the whole ballgame. Craving is an action. It's, I want that thing over there. It's specific, it's aimed at an object. But thirst is a condition. It's a foundational state of just internal lack, a constant feeling of dryness. Craving says, I want that. Thirst says, I am empty. Can you feel that difference? One is a transaction, the other is a state of being.
Now, I know this can all feel a little bit conceptual, a little abstract, so what I want to do is translate this whole difference into a simple, powerful image that makes it instantly click.
All right, imagine you're in a desert. Craving is when you see a bottle of water way off in the distance and you think, I want that water. Your desire is laser focused on that one external thing.
Thirst, on the other hand, is the feeling itself. It's the parched throat, the cracked lips, that burning sensation inside you. It's the internal condition that's there whether you see water or not.
And this just nails the core idea, doesn't it? The real problem isn't the individual bottle of water you're craving. The real problem is the underlying state of dryness. We try to fix this inner thirst by endlessly scrolling, consuming, buying, but it's like trying to quench a deep thirst with salty water. It just makes you thirstier. It never, ever works.
So why do we care? Why spend all this time digging into one single word? Why does shifting from craving to thirst actually matter in our real everyday lives?
There's this incredible, kind of mind-bending line in an old text called the Dhammapada. It says, "There is no river like thirst." Now think about that for a second. A river is what you'd use to quench your thirst. But what this is saying is that Taṇhā, this thirst, isn't a river that satisfies you. It's a river that carries you away. It's a powerful current that just sweeps you from one want to the next, never letting you find solid ground.
So here's the bottom line. First, that deep dissatisfaction we feel isn't just about wanting stuff. It's a background feeling of internal lack, of being thirsty. And that means the solution isn't about getting better at chasing down every single desire. The real goal is to deal with the thirst itself. This completely reframes the whole game, from a frantic chase for things outside of us to the steady work of cultivating peace inside of us. The texts even have a name for the ultimate goal, the total destruction of thirst. And that is the gateway to real freedom.
So I'll just leave you with this. The next time you feel that familiar pull, that restless itch for more, maybe try asking yourself a different question. Instead of asking, "What do I want?" ask yourself, "What am I truly thirsty for?" The answer just might change everything.